Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another round of I Do Random Live Streams because I have not made any content in a while, and this is further proof of that. Of course it is. But all kidding aside, there's I can pretty much assure you that I've got some content that I'm going to be starting to work on, and probably when I get off this stream, I'm probably going to start working on it. As it is, and I think I'll be introducing that at some point in this stream. But basically, there's another challenge coming up for Splatoon, and we'll get into that in a good amount of time. Or at least they're just. Oh wait, no, it's very soon. Anyways, I've got some content ideas that I'm going to be dealing with, and it's probably going to be like one of the last things of content I do before I stop doing things that involve the 3D printer as much. So what's going on is that recently I was watching a bit of Linus Tech Tips video, and I'm going to probably flesh this out, and this is kind of like a rough intro draft. But I was recently watching a Linus Tech Tips video where it was like random tech for like under $100, and one of the projects was a project called Deej. In fact, let me pull up the GitHub for this because it's a very interesting little piece of software. But basically what it does is it lets you control your stuff as a... it basically lets... In fact, I'll actually also introduce this. Yeah, I'll introduce this quite because I am very intrigued by it. So, what it is that and this is a really cool project that I really want to throw my own, that I really want to do something with. Let me just get it over to. Let me just pan over to here where it's just my computer. Don't mind the OBS a little bit. So if we go here, it's basically this. So what it does is it lets you control apps over. It lets you control app volumes. Basically, on a lot of OSs, in this case, it only works on Windows and Linux, which thankfully I use Linux. A lot of these apps have something like this, where you have your volume mixer right here. Now, in this case, this is only showing stuff that's currently recording data, but had I had a bunch of apps open, they'd probably show up here, and it would kind of look like a mixing board, and this kind of makes it into a mixing board. I've got to give huge credits to the developer of this. This is really cool. But yeah, you can... But what's even cooler is that this is a very simple project. You can actually just use an Arduino and just put a bunch of faders on it, and it's really cool. And I actually kind of need something like this for my project. So I'm going to kind of build one of my own and build one of these controllers of my own, and maybe make a version that's kind of better than like these ones that are just examples. Like I might put one with like a mute button. Like I might have like a mute and slide button. I mean, yeah, look at this. This is a real easy thing to deal with. I might also, in fact, there's a lot of people who make their own versions of this software, and they made their own fork, and it's like it has lighting and displays and stuff. Might make a version with that, which is really cool. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be... I might do a video on this. I am really fascinated by this, and I might get started on designing my controller on this one. Probably going to base the fader designs to kind of be like this one, and kind of be a knockoff of the designs on that cheapy mixer that I did a big review on not too long ago, and screwed up at the same time. Anyways, I'm going to go back to the streaming mode because, yeah, I'm going to do a bit of Splatoon. If memory serves us right, there's some kind of challenge at this point. If I check in the menu, they've been going crazy on the challenges. Okay, and we just missed it, unfortunately. It's, yeah, it was, unfortunately, it was like 10 p.m., unfortunately. And I don't usually stream for that long. If you watch this channel long enough and you know about my silly live streaming schedule, you know that I don't stream for this long, so unfortunately, it's a bit insane. But yeah, what's really interesting is how much they've been pouring on the challenges. It's like there's been like 3 days of them. It's almost like an event of its own, really. That's really interesting for Splatoon. I find that remarkable. I love how earlier today that was like that. And, oh boy, looks like I may have landed on an opinion that is actually pretty good. Anyways, continuing on, I'm not sure what I'm going to do in game today, but going to do something. That's for sure. Yeah. So, I might do a bit of ranked battles. Yeah, because, as it were, these challenges are unavailable. I'm a bit tardy to the party, as it were, which is sad. But in other news, I'm gonna go put the mic down and get that done. Alright, now that we're back on that, and I've actually figured out to mute the mic at this time to do the thing, it shouldn't be weird clipping issues. But I will say it is a bit quiet. Another thing that I found weird that I think happened during the week I went back to. What's weird is that I had a thing where I went back to do the Side Order DLC once more. I did another attempt of it. I actually managed to get through it because I was messing with, a different palette. And managed to get, I forget what it was, I think it was the Order Roller as a weapon. So I got through that palette, and at the end of it, like when I returned to Egopolis Square, it just showed me, the audio was just all replaced by the ending song from the original, from Octo Expansion. But anyways, now that we're in game, also, I just realized that I now have the 1 crown. That's also something that I managed to accomplish over the week, which is really good, because, or at least really funny, because, I never thought that would happen, but I guess because I'm at the lower levels, I guess that kind of does something. I don't know. And as you'll probably find in this screen, I'm not sure this stuff at all, but surprised that I managed to get that. I guess I was cautious enough. Really cool. Anyways, looking into this, and we're already losing. Oh, wow. Anyways, continuing, it is. I love how Splatoon gets absolutely great as I have, or gets slightly better than usual when I have, when I have a lot of work to deal with. I think Nintendo knew a thing or two about it, but I don't know. Anyways, we're currently losing. Oh boy. That was one hell of a loss. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, a bit different, that. Anyways, okay. Complete knockout. Cool. Alright. Love how the game doesn't have a skip outro section, but I guess they wanted to keep everything all perfectly synced, so... Yeah. Wow. I was able to stop the tower at some point, but not really. Nope. Oh boy. Yeah. Not great when the whole team doesn't do very well, but oh well, anyways. Sure what to do about this. I will say, expect streams like this to be the norm, and expect months like this to be the norm, because as it is, a lot of the projects that I have are just really heavily reliant on a 3D printer, and it's kind of difficult to print when your room is not adequately air conditioned, and it's Florida, and it's also summer. That's not very good. Okay. And first millisecond I get sniped. Great. Here we go. Ooh. There we go. Yep, stay in the corner. Wow, okay, now we're cooking with at least something. Up, and we're getting hit by all sides. Oh, hey, we got somewhere. I got somewhere. Here we go. Let's keep it happening. And no, yes. Oh. Really missed it. Oh boy. Ooh. Ah. And of course the extremely targeted attack. Alright. By a hyper-optimized play. There we go. I really need to get into that game because I really don't like how the game has that feature. I don't know. Oh boy. And of course, I start off strong and then slowly lose my power towards the end. I like that horse drawing. It's like, it starts off as like something that you think that was just printed off, and it slowly goes into the depths of MS Paint power. Even though MS Paint can do some pretty good stuff. Here we go. Oh boy. I love how I did a bit of a targeted one. It's targeted with snipers specifically. And of course, the one time that I decided to... Whoa! Holy hell. I love how the one time I decide to battle, it's like, or I decide to do that. Oh, that's why. That's why this cart was lagging. We're having a communications error. Classic Nintendo. It's probably going to say that I lost, which is horrible. I don't like that fact. Nintendo, please fix your stuff. Yep, it considered it a loss. That's annoying. We're doing quite good for ourselves then. I wish the Nintendo Switch supported all Ethernet adapter things, because the Ethernet adapter I have for here is, for at least on my internet, it's just not that, it just isn't supported by it. Really, I wish there was a class-compliant USB to Ethernet adapter, but I think think that's the case. Yeah. I don't know. Or if there is one, I hope Nintendo should get to supporting it on the Switch. But they won't. Anyways, continuing on with matchmaking. That's not going to help very much. I don't know what's up with a lot of this internet stuff tonight, but something's up. Something's clearly up. Continuing, we have some pretty interesting things. I will say, Nintendo's been a bit better about matchmaking on this. Because what's funny is that I've noticed, just in the past 3 games alone, they've tried to make the teams pretty similar. Like, note the fact that the enemy teams also have only like one player who has like one 5-win streak on their hands. You know, which is really interesting. Unfortunately though, because I got my 5-win streak by just being overly choosy with my battles, it didn't help. I don't know. That was a real quick one. And let's see what, and of course the results are, I lose everything. Of course. Defeat on all 3 counts. I guess the expectation isn't really there. Just imagine if the matchmaking was literally just... Imagine if the matchmaking on this game was literally just... Everything's a 50-50. Yeah. But I guess there would have to be I guess there'd have to be a bit of a cutaway of the skill gap and a whole bunch of other stuff. Battle time, finally. And yes, power control as always. And we keep most of our team. Oh, and it stripped me of that data. Oh, okay. I see how this whole 5-win streak thing works. They didn't... Okay. That's interesting. And we're probably also gonna kind of completely lose this one, or at least it's gonna stop, like, now. Yep. Okay, so it's a streak of streaks. So it's a streak squared. So if I get 5 wins... Okay. They never said anything about that. Then again, when they introduced the whole concept in the first place, they never even gave a tutorial or any explanation or any justification about it. I don't know what's with Nintendo. It's interesting. Sad that I now get stripped of that thing. But yeah, wow. I can say I'm pretty intrigued. I'm intrigued by the fact that they've actually managed to balance it for those who have and those who haven't gotten the based on crowns and how many players are on there. Those matches, those last few matches have been super balanced. Even the most recent one, wow. You know. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's not really. You know, there's other factors involved, but I will say they've been doing better on at least doing skill-based matchmaking on ranked battles. Of course, it's absolutely horrible on everything that isn't a ranked battle, which is sad, but yeah, so it goes. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Cannot decide which route to take. And it also doesn't help that we're at a bit of a disadvantage here, and it's probably going to end for us in another while. Oh boy, yeah, it's very much going to end for us in another while. Second time in a row for that. Now, if they had some kind of award for that, that would be funny. I guess I'll have to go to the Doofenshmirtz line of, if I had two nickels, if I had a nickel for every time they did, if I had a nickel for every time the game disconnected, I'd be stinking rich at this point. Even on Ethernet, I think I've had that issue, which is silly. Again, I guess this is what happens when the entire matchmaking backend is old, kind of ish. Or at least based on principles that don't really hold up very well these days. Works great for open source things, but not Splatoon. Anyways. Continuing on, we have something, I guess. Alright. And about a minute in, and we have, there we go. The matchmaking has been weird today. It's like exactly 1 minute. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. Looks like we've been matched with the same people as the last time. Hopefully nobody disconnects in like the first second, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Which will be great. Oh boy. Because of that, they're taking it actually seriously. Oh, we had another case of it. Third time in a row. Oh boy. If they had an award for that, that would be funny. Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Alright. In this interim time, let me actually move it over to here. So text, here we go. Alright. Let me just configure it, make it a bit bigger. Here we go. I have to put this here. I have to put this disconnect count here. What do we get here? What have we got? Disconnect count. This is only going to reset like every stream, I think. Or probably not at all. Funny when it does. Okay. Nobody's DC'd yet. Good. Okay, here we go. And of course, yes. Ah! Unfortunately, I did fall off a bit. I could say that for a lot of things. I could say that for a whole load of stuff. Okay, yeah. Wow, I think our disconnect count is going to be, is actually going to be resetting itself. Or at least the disconnect streak will. We're on a streak of 3 at this point. Alright, here we go. Ah. Well, hey, at least we're past the checkpoint. Go the 1 millisecond and they took it. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh well. Anyways. Continuing. Lost the tower, took the tower, take the tower, please. Yes. Yes, and... Oh! What the hell happened here? What the hell kind of spot did I all do? Oh no. I love how it's like the last second that I realize that they're there that I'm already messed up. It's unfortunate, really. Okay, continue. Alright. Oh boy. Not again. Although it was with a torpedo this time. The one bomb that is absolutely useless. Well, not absolutely useless. It's useful in many regards. There are applications for it, but they're quite the thing. Had to be in that place in that time. And had to experience that level of loss. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, here we go. And, no. Yeah. Nope. That didn't go so well. They really need to make a challenge where it's just no specials allowed. That would be real fun to have. I've always said it like that, but they yeah. Instead of having the same few, I guess they cannot part ways with very, I guess, integral parts of the game design, which are, I guess it has something. Here we go. Okay, got an overtime. Now we just gotta glue ourselves to the thing. You know what would be a silly idea? If you could just super glue yourself to the tower. I don't know. We should make a weapon where it's just an unmovable box. You know? It's no real weapon. You know, it doesn't have any powers or is of any use. But it does a thing. Alright. And of course, the usual, I get half the amount of kills than the times I get killed, which is horrible, but that's standard fare, I guess. Yeah. It's unfortunate usually, but definitely not going to deal with it, you know. I'm definitely going to be kind of getting off the screen soon. Got some really pressing things to get on with, as it is. Oh, yeah, and a good amount of them are just draws. Yeah, look at all the disconnects there. Yeah. Alright. Of course, the baby's just being silly again. As always. Alright, here we go, to the 90-second mark. In fact, the cancel button hasn't been removed. I don't think anything's going to be happening. Alright. Yep, cancel button still hasn't been removed. Wow. Coming up on cutoff time. Oh boy. Remember when they used to have it as a countdown timer? They still do have the countdown timer here, but it's just useless. It's just, it counts up instead of counting down. And it's annoying and horrible, and I don't like how this is. Imagine if Splatoon was only just story mode. 100% lore, 0% anything else. It would probably be a great game for Nintendo, I guess. Wow, 200 seconds, we already got. Still don't have a cancel button. Yep. 230 seconds into all of that. I love how they always put it in seconds, and they don't bother converting to like minutes and hours and stuff. Well, I guess because they want to keep the illusion of doing the thing fast. And 250. Spent the whole 4 minutes in matchmaking. Wow, I could have had a whole game by then, judging by how my losing streak has been. Could have had a whole game after that in that time frame. But no, such isn't the case. Really concerning, isn't it? And coming up on that magical 6 minutes. Or actually it's 5, yeah, no, it's 5. It's 6. And just keeps going. That's new, but I think it should keep. I think at some point it's gonna stop. I'm gonna ride this one out, honestly. It's quite funny. Let's see what's going on with this. 300. Wow, the matchmaking here sucks. 300 seconds and they still haven't removed the cancel button. Interesting. Huh. Oh, not enough players. Please try again. How many was that? 386? Wow. Okay. Going back a bit. Interesting. Let's do one more test of this, see how this all pans out. See if we can... I guess it'll be a case of stream ends if I can get a victory, or at least get a game at this point, because... yeah, no matchmaking is happening. I guess everybody's stopped playing the game, like, at all. At least at this level. Unfortunate. But, oh no, we've got it. We got something. Cancel button's been removed, so... we're getting somewhere. Alright. Okay, here we go. Ah! Finally. That's a thing. There we go. And we're getting somewhere. Alright. And... of course, I love how earlier in the stream I complimented the system, the matchmaking system. But I guess I took that personally and decided I'm gonna ruin the day and be annoying and just generally annoying and other rules. Let's keep it going. Start doing things. Oh! I really just... But anyways, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. That's all I can say. That's the fact that I keep getting absolutely decimated. By the time Of course, 3D always had to prevail. In fact, this game is at least something close to 3D had to prevail. Oh boy, here we go. 42. Okay. I'll give that a couple reasons. We're getting somewhere, but we're losing that somewhere. They're taking that somewhere from us. I don't like it. It also doesn't help that one of them had to put down the tactical. Oh, here we go. Oh. Ah. That went horribly. No. Put out his specials. They all put out their specials. That's not. Oh boy. Almost single-handedly wiped them all out. No. Oh. Not letting you guys win so easily. Okay, here we go. No. Yes. Well, we're getting somewhere. That's great. Pushing absolutely nowhere. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Come on. They lost it, and we're taking it. No. Oh! Wow, that was a hell of a save. Yeah, now we're on a bit of a home stretch-ish. Yeah, here we go. Ooh. Alright. Okay. Don't even think about it. Okay, cool. Whoa. I did not mean to press into the mic a bit. That did not help. I apologize to anybody's eardrums at this point. With that being said, I think we're pretty much done with this, as it was. Yeah. Oh, wow. Holy hell. Well. Yes, first win of the day, even though it's... well, I'm actually going to stop here. Going to stop the stream here. That was one hell of a conclusion. But I've been streaming for a bit long, and I've got a lot of stuff to get on with, so I think... that'll be it for today's stream. If you like what you saw, there's, I guess there's things for that. You know, like, subscribe. But I don't think bare minimum content is anything to really enjoy. But if you like any of the things that I announced at the beginning of the stream, all the projects that I've got planned for this channel, I would definitely do the like and subscribe. It's not going to be immediately coming up. I do need some time to get things done and all the stuff built, but, well, you know what to do. Anyways, with that being said, that's it for today's stream. Again, that's it for today's stream, and bye.